Welcome back to Biomes. This week we're talking about the Shetland Islands. The Shetland Islands make up an archipelago right off the northern end of Scotland in the United Kingdom. They're technically owned by Scotland, which does make them a part of the United Kingdom. There is a whole lot of interesting history regarding who owned previously the Shetland Islands, but right now they are in the United Kingdom. And there's a whole lot of interesting things about the flora and fauna of the area. They are quite isolated, so it has allowed a very unique ecosystem to flourish there. To start off, the Shetland Islands have very few trees. There's a small population of native crab apple trees in one specific area, a couple lone rowan trees like this one, and a few small others, but largely it is essentially devoid of trees. Of course, that doesn't mean that there's no flora or plant life to be found there. There's actually a number of interesting and unique ones, such as this one, the Shetland mouse ear, which is endemic to the islands. There's a whole host of other flowers, such as this one, the spring squill, the buck's horn plantain. This one is the Scots lovage. Plants like the rose root, sea campion. Now, this is a very broad overview of kind of all of the islands within the Shetland Islands archipelago. There are different smaller biomes within the Shetland Islands, so this is just kind of covering all of them. Not all plants are found in all areas of the Shetland Islands or on all of the islands themselves. This one up here is the somewhat rare oyster plant. This here is the Shetland monkey flower, a type of monkey flower that is endemic to the Shetland Islands. It has a specific mutation that is only found in plants on this island, the monkey flowers of this island. This one up here is the sea mayweed. It looks similar to things like daisies, and there's also daisies found there. This is the sea rocket, common vetch, common bird's foot trefoil, eyebright, which is a semi-parasitic plant taking advantage of other plants' root systems, yellow rattle, which we've talked about before, autumn hawkbit, ragged robin, which is a very cool one. This one is autumn gentian, and finally moss campion. Now, this isn't all of the plants that are native to the Shetland Islands, and there's actually a lot more plants than I thought I had. I guess there really is a lot of information about the flora of the Shetland Island, but anyway, animals. There's very few mammals that are native to the Shetland Islands, and most of them are rodents, like this guy, the Shetland field mouse, the common house mouse, and both black and brown rats. There's also European otters found there, but they're not technically native. They were brought over at some point to the Shetland Islands. There's also a number of different vagrant bat species that are found there at certain points of the year, especially during the summer, but they don't usually live there year-round. Probably the most famous animals of the Shetland Islands are the domestic ones, such as the Shetland ponies, which are a specific breed that were developed on the island. However, they are not native to the island. They are domestic breeds. Other Shetland-specific domestic breeds include things like Shetland geese, Shetland sheep, and Shetland sheepdogs. There's a good number of marine mammals found there, including both gray and common seals. Some types of dolphins, like Risso's dolphin and white-sided dolphins, and a few different whale species, usually smaller ones like orca whales, as many of the larger ones were hunted to extinction from the waters around Shetland Islands and the UK in general during peak whaling era. Some large shark species are also seen around the island, such as the basking shark. Like many small isolated island areas, most of the wildlife is made up of birds like the Atlantic puffin, and it's definitely the true for the Shetland Islands. It's one of the best birding spots in Europe. Other bird species include things like this one, the European storm petrel. There's also guys like this one, the red-throated diver, also known as the red-throated loon, the great skua, the black-browed albatross, which is a favorite of mine, There's also types of shore and moor birds, like this one, a type of curlew. There's actually a few different types of curlew found there. And our friend the golden plover. There's a couple of endemic bird species that are only found in the Shetland Islands, including this one, the Shetland wren, and another type of wren, the Fair Isle wren. And another Shetland endemic is the Shetland starling, a subspecies of common starling that again is only found in the Shetland Islands. Speaking of endemics, there's a few different types of endemic insects found there, such as this one, the Shetland bumblebee, and you can see here a couple of the other flowers we talked about. This one is a bird's foot trefoil. They're noted by their distinctive red spot right on the back there. Another endemic is this guy, the red carpet moth. There's actually a good few amount of butterflies found there, including this one, the big white, as well as the small white butterfly. This one is the red admiral. There's also painted ladies and rarely monarchs. The common blue butterfly is occasionally found on the Shetland Islands. And this lad, the Camberwell beauty, also known as the morning cloak. The Shetland Islands have a very rich history of both people and wildlife living there and are a very important United Kingdom conservation area. There's a lot of unique habitat that needs to be protected, from many bird nesting sites to marine animal habitats to important cultural human heritage. There's a couple places on the islands that are quite well protected, which is definitely a good thing, so all of the unique history and habitat will be around for a long time.